Welcome to the stream. Few minutes early, 5 minutes early, but it's fine. First player on the server. Neat. Alex, are you still the gully on those rocks over there? Just kinda chill. No danger inside. Interesting situation there on the right side of my screen. Oh well, I don't really care. And now it's gone. Oh well. I think I will go south again. I'm gonna go to probably southeast of the island. I'm just gonna chill there. It's gonna do nothing. still sad that either died by jumping down the cliff or falling down the walk more correctly, but that was sad. All the hours just lost. Quite the distance to travel. This island is pretty big after all. Should be fine. I could also just go to the southwest. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just go to the southwest instead. It's also pretty neat. Either way, I just gotta go a lot south. Probably gonna take like 30 minutes to get to the southwest. Maybe 40. Like from when we started. Oh. Thing is, even with a stego, 1 second of carelessness can very easily kill me if I fall off a cliff. That would be bad. Well, where's the most eastern part of the map of this island? I could go over there too. Kinda wanna scream in this area. Like towards this area. Maybe I can annoy some people. I don't know how far away they can hear me. But would be funny. Confuse players. That would be pretty fun. Since I'm over here, I can probably just increase the settings a bit. Since this doesn't really require that much GPU performance. Especially if I go down to the southeast. There's just nothing there. I'll go to the southwest first. Barely anyone on the server. Could have also made this guy on EU4, so that there's always a full server, but what's the point? It's not like I'm looking for action. I'll just sit back and relax. That's what this guy is for. Ah, okay, you're voting for the herbivorous fish. But can't you watch on lower settings? Like on 360p or 144p? It should be an option. It's not a great option, but if your internet is slow, that might be a way. Since the internet is so slow, I assume you won't be joining me today. I'm not sure how long I will make this stream. But yeah, this stream is just gonna be like this, just hanging around, walking across the island. and just staying immortal. And when the devs push an update and my dinosaur's gone, it's probably how this guy's gonna die. God, give down. Hey, the Wi-Fi is back. Good to know, fish. Hope it will stay there and just leave again. I should be able to just walk down here. Should be able to. So which mutations did I choose? Always forget. Very neat. Maybe I should have gone for sustained hydration and sustained, or you know, efficient digestion. So that I can chill even more, but I guess they are useful in case someone does try to kill me. Which could happen. But yeah, Fish, are you going to try and get someone over here, or are you just going to watch today? Should be fine. It's fine. Just sprint. Okay, you're just gonna watch. Oh, most people don't enjoy being on this island, so... Ah, Alex, you're back. Nice. Are you gonna join me here as your galley? I'm heading to the southwest of the island. Oh, it's gonna rain. What a pain. Ooh, I'm doing relatively well. How about you, Alex and Fish? Good to hear that you're on your way, Alex. Very nice. You'll probably catch up to me soon. Guys are fast after all. Why am I now Stopsy Lizard? Good to hear that you're doing good, Alex. Good to hear. Don't see Gully yet. Maybe he'll be there in a few minutes. Getting here took a lot less time than I thought. There's a lot of quiet distance to travel. Maybe I can go to the mud. Let's just head to the mud. Gotta find it again though. Oh, there it is. The mud. As I said, Fish, I'm doing quite well. Mud. Sinking in. Yes, I did answer that. I'm pretty sure I did. Like, or maybe it was in an old stream, like really long ago. But basically, when I went to get myself a lizard, there was one lizard that always, im German, er ist immer mit der Schnauze gegen die Glasscheibe gestupst. Dup, 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 dup. Und daher habe ich halt den Namen Stupsi. Und Stupsi Lizard, weil ne, Stupsi, Eidechse, Lizard, also Stupsi Lizard. So yeah, that's why. Always booped against the glass panel, and that's why he was called Stupsi. And he's a lizard, so my channel name is just Stupsi Lizard. Kinda want to be muddy, but the game doesn't let me with all this rain. Yes, I still have that lizard. And like, he is at least 17 years old now. And the thing is, dwarf bearded lizards are only supposed to live around 14 years, until, 14 years. Till they're 14 years old. And he's already 3 years older, at least. Like, he just keeps on living. And usually they're asleep for like 2-3 months in the winter. This guy is asleep for like 5. But he just keeps on living. he just doesn't die. He just keeps on going. He just... Like, I can see that he's getting old because he doesn't move around as much. He lazes around a lot more, but just... He does not die. Like, in terms of human years, it's like I have a 130-year-old grandpa that just doesn't die. It just keeps on living. Sleeps for half a day, but still there. He just does not want to leave. He's just gonna enjoy himself. And like the thing is, dwarf bearded lizards are omnivores, so they eat plants and also, you know, grasshoppers and stuff. But this guy does not want to eat the plants. Like, the only way I get to make him eat plants is by not giving him any food for like 2-3 days, and only then will he accept a single leaf. Like, he's just, nah, I'm not gonna eat my veggies. It's just like, come on, eat them. But he does like cucumber. That's like the only thing he likes. But also only the middle part. He does not like the hard way, he only likes the middle part. It is nice and soft and full of water. But the edge, nah. But yeah, he just stays and stays alive. The thing is, originally the plan was that I would have this lizard for, you know, my school time when I'm at school, and after that, you know, when I have to, you know, figure out jobs and stuff, I have, you know, no lizard to take care of and just can't focus on that. But he just doesn't want to leave. He's just staying. So yeah, it's just. Ooh, what kind of lizard do you have? Like, I only have a dwarf bearded lizard, so it's like the length of my hand and like a bit longer, I guess. Oh man. But I really do wonder how long he will live. Like, at some point I'm gonna bring him to a doctor and just go, hey, like to a vet, and just go, hey, what is up with that guy? Is it just a bearded dragon with dwarfism or something? I don't know. But from what I can tell and from what I gathered when I bought him, he was, I think, 11 years old when I got him. But he just does not want to leave. Like, and there were times when I thought he had died because, like, I think it was 2 years ago where he slept for, I think it was 6.5 months. I was like, oh, okay. It doesn't smell rotten yet, but probably died in his sleep. But no, a few weeks later he just stood up and said, yo, where's my food at? Like, oh man. Yeah, he always comes back. I'm currently thinking about actually killing the stego and instead getting a immortal trike. But it would take hours. Maybe I'll just put it on a different server at some point. Who knows? I know. But it's also a lot stronger. Like, without a diet, it will probably take like 17, 18 hours to grow this guy to fully grown. Like, it will take a while to get that done. But then the only thing that could kill me would be two trikes or a trike that is better at the game. I know, but you never know. Okay, Gecko. I like there are these geckos are here, but they're not native. They're mostly just in terrariums. Like, don't think there are any here natively. Don't think the climate is quite right. We have a lot of lizards, but not a whole lot of geckos. I think there are a few though. Let me just check. Yeah, no geckos over here natively. Only lizards. Well, there are cases where you can find geckos, but they're mostly just geckos that escaped. And they usually die in the winter. So, not really something you'll find anywhere. So, yeah, it's a no, I think. Just gonna go over here. We don't need any upscaling right now. It's not like this needs a lot of performance over here. Oh, Alex, you have to go again. God damn. Like, you just join and then, no, gotta leave. We're not really flying lizards, they're just gliding. But I do get what you mean, fish. Flying would be from a lower point to a higher point, I would say, is flying, but we're just gliding from one higher point down to a lower point. Bye, Alex. Maybe I'll see you around. Snoring. Okay, I'll see you later. But yeah, this stream is usually, I would say, going to be used for Q&A if you have any questions, since, there's no danger around here. Let's just... Let's do this. So there's no an active Q&A. You can ask me questions if you want. And yeah. I'll just be over here, just chilling. I'm just gonna chill. Well, it can be relaxing if, you know, there aren't 20 Ceras trying to kill me. The yeah, we'll probably fill my stomach, and I'm then just gonna fill my stomach in real life. Just gotta get myself some breakfast. Bit late, but who cares? If you have any questions, just ask me in the Q&A. And yeah, I will talk to you later and answer the questions if there are any. Hello. Q&A. Okay, let's just I'm gonna turn the game sounds down like this. It should be. Well, actually, it's probably a bit too quiet. Let's just go to like this. And it's still there, but it's quieter. So let's see. We have. What's your favorite dinosaur from each group? Herbivore, carnivore, and omnivore. Herbivore, I will leave for later, but carnivore, it's most certainly the Pteranodon. For omnivore, it's the gully. And herbivore, there's. It's difficult. Like, I really like playing as a stego, but I also really like the dryo. The only issue is, dryo is just incredibly weak. Like, I'm slower than an Omni. Like, I just gotta think of what can't kill me. A Gully can kill me, a Bipey can kill, like, even if I'm fully grown and, like, do my best I can in battle, I cannot win against Bipey, Gully, Kano, Omni, Tenno, like, I think I'm faster than a Trike and a Stego, so these two I can escape from. Same goes with the Dinosaurus. But like everything else is just faster and stronger than me. Even a Zolotrodon can kill me as a Dryo. But I really like Dryo. So I think it's still gonna be Dryo for Herbivore. But it's kinda hard to play live since one single stream sniper is enough to kill me, no matter what type they are. I gotta think. But also Hypsy, now with the ability to climb up walls and trees, is also pretty neat. I think in the current form of the game, it's Hypsy, just because I can climb up trees and stuff and buildings. But once Dondi finally gives the Dryo the ability to make burrows and stuff, and, you know, hide underground, then I think Dryo will be my favorite. But as long as that's not possible, I think it's gonna be the Hypsy for Herbivore. So Herbivore is Hypsy, Carnivore is Ptera, and Omnivore is the Gully. So that should be finished. So yeah, that's what I would say is my favorite in that regard. And I will close this one. So what's the next one? I guess I can keep it. What dinosaur would you want to be added to the isle and why? Would it be balanced to add it? Oh, that's... What dinosaur would I... Oh, I know which one. I would want the Quetzal. Like one of the many versions of the Quetzal. Oh wait, I'm not even showing it because this is off. Let me just... I had this open the entire time, but I had this off. Anyway, yeah, I would want to have the Quetzal open. Added to the game. Like, it would not be balanced whatsoever. Like, let me just do something real quick when I can show you if you don't know what the Quetzal is. We just go... Like, dip. Yeah. There you can see the Quetzal. That would be pretty neat, not gonna lie. Roughly the size of a giraffe. I think that would be pretty neat. But it would also most likely break the game. Like, imagine you're just a half-grown Sarah and you just get picked up by this guy and dropped from like 500 meters. That's that would break the game. That would be so fun. But yeah, that's what I would do if, in that regard. Any more questions? But yeah, I'm just gonna eat again. Let me just stand up and eat a bit. Oh, and I'll have to turn up the in-game sounds again. It's just... There we are. And yeah, that's just... These are questions too so far. But if you have any questions about game mechanics, not just for Stego, but any dinosaur, I don't know everything, but I can at least try to help you find an answer. Same goes if you have questions about the map. Oh, another question here. Oh, do I think it would be balanced to add the Anki? I'm not sure. Like, it by all means depends on how they add it. Like, do they, you know, like, for example, do the tricorns pierce through the skin of an Anki? Do they just not? Also, how fast would they make it? How much health would they give it? How easy would it be to pounce it? Or could you even pounce it? Since you can't really hook your claws into the skin. Also, which, like, there were a bunch of different ones of Anki. Do they go for a more spiky version? Do they go with one where there's, like, I can show it on stream. Like, there are a bunch of different versions and iterations of these guys. Like, we go more for this kind of design, more like this. Like, it really very heavily depends on which version they go for. Like, if we go for a version like this, then, you know, the damage would be... well, then it would probably do damage similar to Apache, where it mostly just breaks the bones, like the leg. But if I go more for a version like, where did I see it? Like this, that would not just be like a big lump, but it wouldn't be a spike, obviously, but it would do a lot more damage, and not just blunt damage like this one. That's just... Ew. Like, do they go more for blunt damage, which just breaks bones, or do they go for... And also, what range of motion do they go for? Do they go for something like this, where they can also hit, you know, the head or something? Or do they only let it swing low and hit the legs? Like, it very heavily depends on which version and what abilities they have. If it can only swing side to side, then it would be decently balanced, since it's pretty much only like anyway, it would pretty much only be a defensive type. But if you give it the ability to strike the head of something, that would be quite quite the game breaker. But it also depends what what iteration from which time period. And it really just depends. Do I go like if I go for just 3.5 tons, 9 meters, that should be decently balanced. But like let's just go for stego. Let's just go for this. Like there were also let's go for like there were like different like stego is just like that's saying ape. Like do they add an ape? Like what ape? Do they add a small chipmunk? Do they add a orangutan? A gorilla? Like there is a very wide range of every species. Do they go for 7.5 ton? Do they go for a smaller one, like this one, where they only have 6 tons? Like it just depends very heavily on which version and which, like every dinosaur has like, oh, this is the muscles, no, not the muscles, the the fossil. Yeah, but you can interpret the size and stuff differently. Like for example, is the dead one, that looks a bit smaller, was it a young one? Was it a fully grown one? And even if it is fully grown, if it, died from starvation, is, the mass that you can see, is it smaller because it was starving, or did they just not grow to a larger size? Like, we don't know. It's all just interpretation. So, just heavily depends on which version and what they actually give the different dinosaurs. Do they give it more weight than we think? Do they give it less? Like, there's just a lot of interpretation. So we don't really know how they would add it. Like for example, it's not that recent, but decently recent, we discovered that a lot of stegos had kind of like bone down the neck, which means the neck would be actually, like where the air and stuff, gets to the lungs, would be decently protected. But for quite a while, we didn't know that this was at the neck. So maybe in 10 years we find some more shocking discovery where, oh, stego had like a thick, scaly skin, and not just leathery skin. Like, we don't know. We will see that in the future. So, yeah. Like, the same goes with that we now think that most dinosaurs had feathers, which a lot of people get very defensive about, like, oh no, T-Rex can't have feathers, it's not a chicken. But like, do we care about realism or do we care about nostalgia? Because nostalgia would be no feathers and just scales. If we go for more what we currently think is correct, we would go more into, ooh yeah, a lot of them had feathers. Like, do we care about realism of the past, realism of the present? It's just all wishy-washy. And a lot of the arguments are not based on facts, but based on emotion. Which makes it very hard to have a discussion about it. But that's just how it is. Especially since major movies pretty much exclusively use the dinosaurs, you know, like for example Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. They don't, you know, they obviously don't have feathers in it. I think there are a few that actually did have feathers. I think there's a few smaller raptors, but I'm not sure, I don't remember it quite clearly. But yeah, like the T-Rex obviously didn't have feathers in the movie. And we are not sure if that's realistic. We do not know. Like, we do know that at least some species of T-Rex, like some, you know, depending on the time, and you know, obviously continue to evolve throughout the generations. But some of them definitely had what, I don't know what the English word is. Basically, when you get rid of the feathers of a bird, like a chicken, you have these. The skin is different from a human skin. The human skin is relatively smooth, while a skin where, you know, there were feathers on it have a lot more. I don't know what it's called. God damn it! I don't know the English word. I gotta look it up. Ah, man. I am not an English expert whatsoever. Oh, god damn it, I can't. I hate it so much when I can't find something. Ah, there it is. We basically found this to be the case on parts of the skin of some T-Rex. Which is why we think that they did have feathers. Because their skin in some areas is similar to a bird's skin. That would, hold the feathers. So we don't know how, like I don't think we have actually found a fossil where you can see the feathers. But we have found ones where you can see that the skin would have been able to hold feathers. Like, at least from what we currently think we found. We obviously don't have proof since we weren't there, but we at least theorize that they probably had feathers. It's all just a theory. We do not know. I'm just gonna eat something. Mic will be off now for a bit. But if you have any questions, just ask them either in the chat directly or as a question in the Q&A. Ah, there's another question. What semi-aquatic carnivore or herbivore dinosaur would you want added to the isle that could survive against Dinosaurus and help control its population? I don't know. I don't know at all. Like, the thing is, Dinosaurus control their population by themselves. By just killing each other. So I don't think that's all that necessary. I would be much more interested in having a purely aquatic animal, like the Mosasaurus or something. That would be pretty cool. Or like an earlier version, that is still a bit smaller. It mainly hangs around the ocean. That would be a great place, like at mud flats and stuff. So instead of worrying about a salt croc, you worry about a smaller, less specifically for aquatic swimming developed Mosasaurus. Now when they stopped being lizards and started only living in the ocean. Like the in-between. The species that is in between that. That would be pretty neat. And I think that would be semi-aquatic, since they went from only being on land to only being in water, but there was quite a long phase in between. Where they were mostly in the water, but still on land for a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna eat now. I'm not sure which one I would add. I don't know. Like, I do like Spyro, but Spino, not Spyro. I do also like Spyro, but that's a version of a game, not dinosaur. Hmm. I'm not sure. I think it would make more sense to go with the Baryonyx, but also that would take a lot longer since they do already have spinal models. They would just have to update that. I'm I'm not sure if they already have a Baryonyx model ready. I am not sure. Actually, I think they have models for both, but I'm not sure if they are just mods. But this is the Spyro, not Spyro, but Spino on the Isle, like on the Legacy version. Uh, and I guess there are also the same version, and it's probably a mod, I think. But yeah. I'm not sure. I think I would rather have Barbari. But yeah, instead of focusing on another dinosaur, I would much rather have him finally add burrowing for the dryer. Like, come on, please. Otherwise I'll just be playing Beasts of Bermuda. Because there you can also make burrows, which is pretty neat. Like, the last time I played with Cosmic Cassie and I went to her burrow, she just had a gigantic one. Like, in Beast of Bermuda you can also like add things and stuff and make the cave look cute. It's pretty neat. It's not for everyone, but I think it would be pretty nice if you could at least make a burrow and not just be on land, like on top of the surface at all times. Because as soon as you're seen, you're basically dead. Like, you can't escape from a Kano, you can't escape from a Zera, you can't escape from a Dillo, you can't escape from a Trodon or an Omni. Like, you just can't escape. You're just dead. It's that simple. Carnivore sees you, you're dead. It's that simple. Which is why very few people play it. But a few, I think it was actually the last Dinosaur stream. I did see 3 of them. 3 guys just hanging around as dryers. Was pretty awesome. Since they're pretty goddamn rare. So I never hunt them. Dryers must live. Ooh, an Ori. Don't think I've ever looked at the Ori before. Let me just check before I answer. I think it would be pretty. Look at the legs of this picture. Oh man. But yeah, I think it would be pretty cool. But ooh, what I would also like is if they gave us the ability to play what would usually be AI. Like, for example, to play a deer or to play a taco or something. I think that would be pretty funny. Like, imagine you get attacked by a taco. I think that would be pretty neat. But the thing is, the more dinosaurs they add, the more empty the map will feel. Especially with dinosaurs that can hide and stuff. Since, you know, if you can't, like, it's already the case that, like, people like me, like, when I'm in the dryo and stuff, we're just not really visible for anyone. It makes it hard to survive for, you know, for example, Ceras and stuff. Since there's not enough food around. But I guess that makes sense since every ecosystem will go through those phases where there aren't enough prey animals, so the predators just start to die out bit by bit. But yeah, like... Uh, yeah, I'm not sure I would add this guy. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna continue to eat. I'm gonna turn the mic off again. Du-du-du. And I'm finished with eating. By the way, how long should I make this stream? Should I just continue to sit here or do not have any questions anyway? Or any more questions? Let's drink some water. Oh, one of them is good for a thumbnail. Let's just check that. Yeah, but also a thing is about life, it often is not balanced. Like, what life is rarely balanced. Comes to nature and stuff. Let's just change the thumbnail. Yes, sunset. And the sun is going down. Oh, the rain. And just turn on night vision. Da-da-da-da. No sunset, just darkness and rain. Da-da-da-da. It's not a whole lot to do. I will just drink some water, eat some food. Da-da-da-da. Just eat a bit. I'm gonna sit down. Does anyone have any questions, or is it just, are you just watching me in the rain? Is that what you want to do? Like, I guess you can just chill here infinitely and just eat grass and drink salt water. But well, if there aren't any questions, then not sure what to do. I'm not sure at all. But yeah, if no one has any more questions, I think I will be ending the stream here. And I will probably see you at 6 p.m. European Central Time, or Central European Time. But yeah, think this is it. Aren't any more questions? So yeah, let's just end the Q&A. Confirm. And then I would say I will end the poll. And this time, finally, there's not a tie. So the next stream will be Carnivore on the next poll. Poll is Carnivore. But yeah, please consider to like and subscribe, and I will see you someday.